Hey everyone, it is Steph. I've got one last thing to share with you this month about Ds, who are the director in the DISC assessment, and that is how to use them on your team. So I'm actually going to share with you a personal story today because D is a part of my particular behavioral makeup. And this is a little blast from my past, just to give you an idea of how you can use them on your team. So one key way is to involve them in difficult decisions, because D's, I'm not going to say that D's are without fear or they're without concern, but they are willing to do things that are hard. And it's not always the easy choice that is the choice that needs to be made. And so involving them in strategic planning and strategic decisions and things that are difficult is a great way to use the D's on your team. So here's the personal part of this. So many years ago in my previous life, when I worked for a management company, I remember that we had an accountant who worked on our staff briefly, and on her application, she did not check the box that said that she had been convicted of a felony. And she had been working with us, for a couple of months, and it was discovered after we were kind of doing some housekeeping and background checks and whatnot that she had been convicted of a felony, and actually she had been convicted of stealing money from a prior employer. Now, I know in theory that sounds like a very easy decision and you should just fire her. It sounded easy to me. What was astonishing to me is that there were managers on our leadership team who wanted to give her another chance. They had come to get to know her personally. They came to know her story and, what motivated her to do that. And they wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. And they felt like firing her would somehow be unkind. And they were really struggling with that. And I don't begrudge them that. They were very kind people, and they, in their heart of hearts, they were trying to do the right thing by this girl. I vociferously advocated for firing her immediately and changing all of the passwords in her computer and handing her her final paycheck and telling her exactly why she was leaving. And it had to be done, because when you are handling other people's money, you cannot have someone convicted of theft touching their books. You cannot. It will turn into the biggest public relations nightmare for your company. And so it comes down to, yes, you can treat someone with kindness and respect, and you can let them go. They could be a good person in many ways and a bad fit in a lot of ways. So I'm not saying just like give them the boot without any humanity. But it's not always just the question of what is good for one person. It is the question of what is good for the collective, for the whole organization, for all of your clients that person comes in contact with. And even though I was the youngest person on the management team, I fought very hard to fire her. And that is how you use a D on your team, because it's not comfortable. It is not fun to look someone in the eye and take away their livelihood. It is sometimes a necessary decision to protect everything else that you have built. So that is a story for how you can use a D on your team. Is they will help you get over the initial discomfort to achieve something necessary or greater than just playing it safe and trying to stay within a more comfortable box. So that is my tip for you in terms of how to better integrate the skills and the ability of the D. I don't want to portray them as just hatchet people that you can employ at any given time to do all the dirty work that nobody else wants to do. But use them strategically and involve them in big picture thinking. So if you have any other questions about how to utilize anyone on your team, in addition to the Ds, you know where to find me. And next month, we are going to jump in with the Is, who are the influencers. So I will see you then. Enjoy the rest of your week.